Alright, hello guys. Starting before the draft this time, we managed to do it. Thank you for joining our stream and wishing you
Alright, hello
happy.
guys.
Oops,
Starting before the draft.
Should I hear myself? Okay, noob mistake. I left the stream on. Yep. So thank you
Hmm.
for joining us. Happy Mondays. It's back to the week. Joining me, we have Grantless as well today. Hello, Grantless.
Hello everyone, welcome to the stream.
There you go. I hope you hear Grantless loud and clear. His insights have been sort of really good for understanding the current meta and the professional scene. For today, we have Eversio and DMG UK, known to be one of the better teams in this series for the UKL draft. Grantless, I don't know if you've had some time maybe to see their champions, maybe any things you noticed or who to focus on, Benz, you'd predict.
uh, I mean, jungle and mid seems to play meta champions right now. Support prefers the trash, which honestly I don't like right now, but plays the other champions that are quite good. Top lane seems a bit shared the Darius with Iglos, but maybe we see our first Ambessa, because he's like, I think practicing her or something.
I kind of like this
We'll
champ a
see.
lot. It's very fun to watch. But yes, it's maybe hard to master and people hold it a bit back. But as you said, yes, Shen doing really well, very strong at the moment. He received 2 buffs, 2 patches in a row, so the damage is there. Maybe he might get banned out, or maybe Eversio want to pick him up themselves. Igos not known for his Shen, but he does play it sometimes. So maybe that could be an option. Of course, we've seen him on Ornn so many times, but we've not seen him once on Darius, which I think
I
is
mean,
making him sad a bit.
Shen honestly is I mean, in the laning phase, Shen counters Zorn. Like, he can kill him probably, and even Shen right now can be flex in the jungle as well. Because he has good dueling 1v1, and obviously with his ultimate he can be anywhere at an instant.
Yep. One of these champions. I don't know about you, Grantless, but for me, there's a kind of niche in League of Legends that I don't enjoy playing against. Everyone has their thing, but champions like Shen, they make you play around them. Basically, you have to always be thinking, if I take this fight, Shen might teleport in. Maybe we'll save this conversation for later in draft because, as you see here, they have indeed started. So there we go. Want to take us through here the first couple of bands? We have Echo.
So what we're seeing, I mean, just target bans. I mean, Echo is really good into the Yon and Yasuo of Drakur. Azir is a good ban. I mean, he's quite strong right now,
Yes.
especially probably in the next patch. I think his items are getting buffed.
Yes, he's gonna see some better efficiency on his gold, maybe even damage. So, Azir a good choice. DMG did their homework, banning Yon and Ornn against Eversio. Aatrox now being the last ban. Eversio take kind of a strong champion, flexible in what he can do in his lane. Some strong counters, but in general he can definitely play most lanes.
Exactly. I mean, I'm surprised by the Aatrox ban, because honestly, every time that Aatrox gets picked against Eversio, he loses. And he honestly is useless. But I mean, if he's an Aatrox player and he's confident, it's a good ban.
Yep, can sometimes be really good, and maybe they want to keep up the streak. Eversio on the first pick, first time we've seen him on blue side.
Ooh.
Oh wow, that's a new champion. That's
Nice.
really cool. Is it Drakur? Is Drakur playing tonight? It is Drakur. Okay. So this is a new champion, the Ari debut for Drakur. What do you think about the Ari first pick, Grantless? Now that's the question I have.
I mean, Ari is a good blind pick, but obviously there are better blue B1 champions, like maybe the Varus, and even I think Talaya is better. But I mean, it's a strong 2v2 with the jungler, if obviously Living prefers like going with the bruiser like Shinzao or Wukong, for example.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Did the buffs and nerfs to Rod of Ages come through? Not buffs.
Yes.
Yes, so
The nerfs are here. I
okay.
I mean Ari personally didn't. I never liked the Iroha on Ari, cause I mean she's a better mage, but honestly the either the
Yeah.
Malignance or the BFT, the Blackfire Torch is better on her.
Yep, a lot of mobility with the Malignance. I'm pretty sure some players have already reverted to that build. As we can see here, though, as a response to Ari, who has all this mobility, DMG went for Vi Rise. Now, this is very lock heavy, and prior to 6, Ari could have some problems here. A lot of lockdown, especially if Ari blows flash. Usually see champions like
Exactly.
Vi, Zinzao, Jarvan sort of come out against these control-esque style mages, but Ari has the benefit of 3 dashes, while champions like maybe Huer and Evia do not. So I'm
Exactly.
expecting DMG want to really pressure Eversio in the mid lane early. And now we take Nocturne into this comp. What
I
do you
mean
think about the
here
Nocturne?
when taking Nocturne, I think I would have preferred going the Orianna, because obviously you have the Orianna Nocturne, which is honestly an undodgeable skill shot, because obviously you put the ball on Nocturne and alt, even if it's out of range, it stays on the Nocturne.
Yep, but
But I mean, it's a
Jakor
good
maybe
2v2
doesn't play
combo
top.
as well.
Yeah. Do you think Nocturne can save this scenario of the virus potentially ganking the Ari repeatedly?
Mm, I mean, it can be hard, because obviously they have point and click CC basically.
I
So
really
obviously Daku needs to play safe.
I really like the Nocturne. We'll maybe talk a bit more about it later on, but yeah, his ult could be really good for teams that will rely on that engage. Um, let's see it here. Varus now banned from DMG UK. Potentially Varus and Corki, I would expect them maybe to double dip into Iconic's champ pool. Not that he's shown any lacking of it. A lot of champions have been pulled out.
Yeah, I mean, here what I'm looking for a Versio right now is either an engage champion or something like an Charter to buff the Darius and the Nocturne, because obviously Darius right now needs setup for him to work in the team comp. Because obviously Gragas is really good into Darius, because you can keep him at the position, so he can enter. Even Rice is good against Darius because he has the root, so he needs some help from the support here.
Alright. Yeah, and I also see that DMG have, how you say, sort of a lot of magic damage with Vi mixed in there, so I'm expecting maybe higher AD damage champion here. I wouldn't expect them, for example, to go Kai'Sa, although she spent. Um, curious for the Ashe. Okay, I think Ashe would be a
I think Ash is better, or even the MF.
MF. I think is a good choice as well. Ashe is okay. It helps. It helps sort of with their identity of finding that pick. Maybe kiting as well. A lot of kiting from this team, which to be honest is not too bad. What would you take here as support? What would you expect here? Do you like Renata maybe? A lot of mid-range characters on the side of DMG. Might be a good ultimate position.
I don't think Renata would be good because honestly DMG right now only has Vi who goes in. So it's not a dive heavy comp. So I think I would prefer Zillion, I think would be good here. But with Zaya maybe they go for Rakan as well.
Zaya Rakan
I mean that
might be a bit tough for the Rakan potentially here if it does get chosen. A lot of ways
could
to
be because I
disrupt
think
this. You see.
Brom here is really good for DMG. If they go Rakan, Brom is good into Rakan I think.
Yeah.
And
That's right.
obviously Brom helps with the counter dive as well. So they need to be careful about that.
That's what they went here for. It might be that insta-lock Brom, as you said. In general, Brom is recognizes a pretty good character for Rakan. Although I believe like there are some moments where maybe Brom jumping to an ally could be a bit bad for them, but alright, let's see. Is it going to be Lulu?
I don't like the Lulu here. I think
Yeah.
Zillion, Renata and Brom are better picks here. Because
Respect.
obviously Eversio right now has a lot of pick and a lot of dive. And Renata obviously has that ult which negates the Darius and even the Nocturne. Brom obviously has the CC, good peeling, and the what was it? And Zillion obviously has the revive which counters the Nocturne, slows which is good against the Darius. So I think those three supports were better here.
Yeah, and I think as well, sort of DMG kind of don't have the best of front lines. They have good characters if they are not sort of under leveled but I think in an equal scenario, maybe a versus comp is a bit more well-rounded for a longer fight. But DMG definitely have a lot of good tools to sort of handle Eversio.
Exactly.
The Nocturne
I
ult.
think
Mhm.
this uh this game basically will depend on mid lane, because obviously if DMG get player on mid lane, Ryze is open to obviously roam either top or bot with his ultimate, and obviously Ari can't follow if she's behind. So mid lane I think will be a lot of priority in this game,
Yeah,
unless obviously there's hand diffs in top or bot lane.
I'm expecting DMG. Potentially, this is why maybe they took Lulu. I'm not too sure, but I'm expecting DMG to like never walk bot lane, sort of use Ash Lulu to kind of poke, freeze, and hold the wave as much as possible, and this Vi to just play around the Darius Ari, especially Ari post 6. I think is a good choice. Nocturne, although of course nothing is necessarily going to happen like that, but Nocturne usually likes to farm, so maybe earlier on he won't be able to come in time or sort of do those skills. But yeah, Vi could fall behind because of it, but then you have Ryze against Ari, which is I think potentially Ryze favored, and Gragas against Darius. I think could get Gragas favored with a couple of items. I'm not sure.
Yes, basically
Yeah.
Gragas early obviously there's a lot of mana, and the mana runs out quite early. But then when he gets Cosmic Drive, he should be good against Darius. But I mean, it's quite a neutral lane, so the aim of Gragas is just to neutralize the Darius, and then T fights. Obviously, Gragas is more useful than Darius here, especially with Darius having a Rakan with him rather than a Zillion or something.
I think it's going to be a bit tough to sort of do anything for both junglers in the bot lane. I think Zyra Khan kind of are not those type of engage heavy champs unless you kind of play badly into them. Same with like Ash Lulu, they more or less want to poke you out of lane, and that's it. And then they win off of tempo. So not the biggest setup, but of course after 6, Vi and Nocturne both have like these very um, sort of point and click engage type ultimates. So either way could
Exactly.
go. Um, I can definitely see Nocturne pulling off great counter ganks against Vi. Vi's biggest issue is that once she goes in with Q, she's there. And yeah, you could get the pick. If you get it quick enough, she can survive. If not, Nocturne fears it, potentially gets rooted by the Zaya or knocked out by Rakan. A lot of things could go bad. I don't know, similarly in top lane, I would expect any fight 2v2 with Darius level 6 versus Gragas. I'd expect it to be in a versus favor. I think Nocturne kind of outscales Vi everywhere during the match.
For sure, because I mean, Vi here with her ultimate, I mean, Ari can dash. Zaya obviously has her ult. I mean, then you either going ult the Darius, which obviously is going to be a bruiser type build, which will be tanky, or
Yes.
Rakan, which
Yeah,
obviously is a bit useless. Because
yeah,
Nocturne obviously has a spell shield as well.
yeah.
So obviously he either needs to play with the cooldowns of the Ari ult or the Zaya ult and find somewhere there.
Mhm.
But it's going to be a hard game for Vi, I think, post
For
6.
sure, for sure. Another thing maybe that could be a bit interesting on how we see played is the Nocturne ult. Do we use it to engage, or do we use it to sort of? I think the only play DMG have is some kind of catch with potentially an Asher Gragas ult, or even the Vine. Like let's say they somehow manage to catch someone. Like as you said, there's a lot of tools. Only potentially Nocturne is maybe the biggest one to be in fear, but with
Exactly.
wards, I mean, he should be okay as well. So yeah, do we use that ult of Nocturne to sort of deny that only play they have, or do we use it to get the play? And I think we have a lot of sort of things that can follow up that Nocturne. We have Ari coming out of Vision with her ult as well. We have the Rakan with all his dashes and his ult that could follow up as well. So some good synergy coming out there as well.
What I'm looking at also is, I mean, side lane Ryze will be favored here. Like he will be better than Darius and Ari. But obviously, with the Nocturne, he needs to be scared a bit. He needs to be obviously play safer. But
So
obviously,
would
even
you
with the
say
Ashe,
he needs to be a bit paranoid?
yeah, exactly. Because obviously Ryze wins against Ari and Darius, but obviously needs to be careful of the Nocturne. But obviously they have the Ashe as well, so they can track him with the E, or even land an ult and obviously then kill the Darius or Ari. whoever facing the Rise.
I want to say some hellos here in the chat before I forget. Mental Kek, the UKL, Mick, hello, Mick Glock, thank you for joining. Same, Freaky Feline. Mihai as well is here. Ducky Warrior always supporting his favorite team. Thank you all for joining the stream. I hope you enjoy the game and the commentary that comes along with it. Skin diff on the side of Eversio. Oh, I'm joking. I'm really as well. Like let's see how Dracor's Ari goes, man. This is definitely a new thing for us to see.
I think this is the debut for Drakur. I think on Ari.
Man, I swear, if I had 50 cents for every game that got paused, just as we start, I'd have about 5 euros. Alright, guys.
Let's see. I mean, both junglers have their classic skin. The classic Smurf junglers.
Oh yeah, is that what it means when you don't wear a skin? You're tryharding. You are
I mean, usually, unless you're first timing the champion, that's what happens.
Guys, do not worry. This is what in the League community we call a pause screen. I understand it happens extremely rarely and it's never seen, and it might be alarming to those seeing it for the first time. This just means we need to wait a couple of minutes.
I think there's an issue with the Nocturne, because I think he did not take the Ultimate Hunter. So I think they're either remaking. Don't know.
Alright, so I guess they're making a remake due to runes. They decided leaving. Okay, so back to FaceTime with me. At least we don't have to go through the draft. I'm getting invited already. Great, the lobby is full. I'm hearing. I hope we can get in. Nice, I'm in. Let's invite.
I'm in as well.
Nice, good stuff. Let's go. Alright guys, another 2 minutes. Woohoo!
Let's hope Living hits the Ultimate Hunter room.
Yes. Oh my gosh. So let me tell you about a dream I had, Grantless, and I considered this a nightmare, okay? Some people in my family couldn't understand why this was a nightmare, but luckily I have the League of Legends and the gaming community. So I was dreaming that I was playing in a tournament match of League of Legends, and I don't know what happened to me. Like, someone walking next to me with 10 HP, I just need to right click them, and I click the floor instead. And then I was playing Jarvan. Instead of throwing my E on them, I throw it literally to the other side. And then I go to grab my mouse, and the mouse slips away from my hand. I can't grab the mouse. And I woke up in shock. Would you consider that a nightmare, Grantless?
I mean, it's a bit of a nightmare. It happened to me. I mean, not losing my mouse, but sometimes I just did the QE combo. Or failing the EQ flash on Jarvan. And you're just standing there, hearing people from the other side of the world laughing at you, probably.
Yeah, so. It happens. I don't know, something about the moment as well, like.
But you learn from your mistakes.
Yep. My mid laner Corki packaged the minimap once. Total nightmare. I heard this story before, same actually.
I remember that as well.
This was Cyrex, no? Go check.
Yeah, the famous Cyrex.
Maybe we have some people not from the local scene. These are just people from the Maltese community we're talking about. Real life nightmare. My mouse stopped working mid-ranked game. Oh no. How did it go? Did you start winning then? Freaky. No, I'm joking, of course. Guys, we are making a remake, alright? Don't panic. 1 minute and 30 seconds will be right into the action.
Maybe they change a skin or something.
Yes. With a technical issue where a player's runes. Where,
But I think the enemy had a issue in PC of their jungler, I think, as well.
alright. That's
But seems
good.
to be fixed now.
Had to quickly charge my mouse and got killed in the process. Oh no.
Wireless.
Yes, that's the
That
problem
happens
with
with me
wireless
most of the
device.
time with the headphones.
Yeah, headphones for some reason, I don't know if it's like some forbidden technology, but at least the ones I'm wearing right now, which are quite a high-end headphone, like you can't use them while charging. I don't understand the design flaw in this, like it can't
Oh,
be that hard.
quite strange. I mean, for my headphones at least, you
Yeah,
can obviously use them while they're charging and
there you go.
wirelessly. So
The only like real reason I can think about is maybe the company thinks they look ugly. Like, tipo, if you're wearing them with the charge, you know, and maybe they don't want you to do that. Some companies that care about their brand a lot kind of gatekeep you from doing
but
stuff.
it'll be kind of useless because if you can't basically use them if they are out of charge, I mean, what are you going to do?
Check. Be careful, or charge them better. These are the WHXM, mm, the latest ones insomma. That's Sony. That's yeah.
So
They're really good headphones, ġifieri, but just that one feature they don't have.
mine are
Alright.
the Logitech G Pro.
Logitech Go, tried and tested.
Yeah, I think it's the longest headset that I owned, honestly.
Skill issue, għallimik. Nice. Alright guys, 5 point start here. As predicted, we expect a lot of action potentially around mid-top.
Oh,
So
but
let's see.
Nocturne is looking to
Oh.
probably place a word or scouting for the mid jungler.
I think the early aggression here from Eversio is warranted if they want to do that. Pretty much quite Eversio favorite here in the top side with Darius Nocturne for sure. I like this invade. I think we could have maybe done it a bit later and actually go for a full-on invade. But we choose to sort of take things slow, which is fine too.
Maybe they were scared Lulu is there, so
Yeah.
they didn't take the risk.
Could be.
Honestly, I mean, I like it. Just free information. Even though the Vi, I think, can play with the vision, because obviously, if it's worded there, it's not covering the whole Raptor camp. So if she starts from the bush, they won't see it being cleared.
Yep, the Eversio ward is on red buff, by the way, Emma. Alright, so yes.
My mistake.
Maybe they're trying to see where the Vi can gank, or maybe if they can get an invade in. I'm not too sure, but it does let them know where Vi starts, and they expect Vi to be ganking earlier on, anyways. While they know Nocturne can't really answer that.
I mean, if Vi starting top side, top lane should be a bit afraid for now, because obviously she can tease a gank. But right now, how the wave is looking, Dario should be fine.
We see Hawkshot actually being used here, level 2 by the Ashe to sort of see if Eversio did invade the blue side camps. I think it's a respectable sort of thing to do. Eversio could have in theory been on their blue buff and get a gank off on their bot lane. But yeah, not the case. But I like the fact that Eversio have gotten DMG to play a bit more on the defensive in this early game start. Look at Iglos here, pushing his lead. He knows that he needs to be much more aggressive here. This is sort of
This is
the
a
only
mistake
time
by
he
the
has.
Gragas. Don't know what was that.
Oh, I'm not too sure if maybe you're a couple of seconds ahead of me, but well played there to Iglos. A nice play there, getting him the first blood. That is definitely very well needed. He was really asking to play Darius this entire series, and he was quite sad he didn't get a chance the last time. So it's nice to see him pop off here at the start.
And this is a really bad back by Gragas, because on first back usually you need to go for tier, and he only got that ability haste item.
Yep.
So he's really far behind right now.
Yep, and that's teleport blown as well now. Iglos, he doesn't play with teleport on Darius, of course, so Might be a bit of an advantage for him.
On Darius, you can't run teleport, you need the ghost.
Yep.
Especially here. You don't have any enchanter who will buff your movement speed.
So this is very interesting. I did not expect Vi to sort of pressure this bot lane. I don't think much will happen. In all fairness, Eversio are quite healthy. So yeah, a bit of maybe time used there by the jungler. We see Living here starting his second rotation of Raptors. His golems will be delayed though, as he did go for red buff second. So potentially here Living gets a recall after these Raptors, while Vi is already on the map with 2 longswords. Can't really gank top lane, but maybe we can get a gank mid here just before the spawns.
Top will slowly push from Eversio. Just took a quick glance at the top lane. It was like 3 minions against 3 minions, and obviously since Darius minions is closer to the tower, the next minion wave will arrive faster and will shortly push. Like 2 waves.
Do you think it might be a bit too slow for Vi to react to that, unless she skips her bot side camps? Versio do have vision in some good areas there to cover the potential Vi entrances.
I mean, here if Vi ganks top, she gets really far behind. Because if Nocturne punishes her bot side, because it's coming up here, she will be like 2 camps down. So she needs to be careful if she's trying to gank top. She's hovering with Rise. We're seeing fight here, I think. What?
See an exchange there by Living with the Rice. Nothing happened from it, and Vi is free to start this dragon here. Both bot lanes are not in the greatest position to contest this objective. Seems like Living is okay with giving that up. Versio concede the first dragon, potentially playing towards the grabs. Now let's keep in mind on this map, guys, grabs are spawning at 8 minutes. So no longer we can sort of trade this objective at the same time. So we'll have to wait for the next 2 minutes here before spawn.
In top lane is Gragas falling behind. CS almost 20 right now.
Yeah, and also a good thing here is that Drakor does have his ultimate at this point. So it's gonna be very, very tough here to find an engage on him. A nice knock up there by Awaken. Sadly, the charm does whiff from Drakor. Not too sure if that was the killing opportunity, but Rise would be low enough potentially to recall after that. Not much.
And for sure, even the
this guy.
Nocturne had ultimate there. Obviously, he had to be careful because Rise still had flash, but could had been a kill angle there. The charm landed.
Interesting to see that Living does have his ult wide. Tea time here on Vi has yet to hit 6.
This is a really interesting swap here by DPM. Or their team name, I forgot.
DMG.
Usually right now, they're swapping like around 5 minutes in pro play, and here it's a really good play by them because Darius, it's hard to lane for him against the Ashe and Lulu, and Gragas can freely farm with his Q. But now as we're seeing, Gragas can join if they're going to be a grab fight with his teleport.
There we go.
Have a fight here.
The Lulu does get caught here by the Nocturne ult. The flash does save him though. Igos did have to use Ghost at that point. Rise is here. This will be a grab fight for sure. And let's see what happens. We see Iconic recalling at the moment. Gragas does have teleport as well. Keep that in mind.
Honestly, this looks bad for Darius here because he has no slums here. Rakan can't try to soak XP for Darius because Gragas is solo soaking. But we see, I think grabs would be for the red team here.
Yeah, but judging by the swap really did put a damper on things. So we're not expecting that. Let's see what happens here. Still seems like they want to contest this. Darius does have that ultimate. Oh, the flash there instantly on the Lulu there. Lulu does not have flash. Damage
Good
coming
flash.
onto Living. Tea time is now caught in the middle there. And that is feats of strength.
Quite interesting, the Gragas didn't TP here if they're looking for the fight.
Gragas potentially ending his team here. Drakor
Oh,
finds the flash charm
nice flash.
there onto the Ashe. Ashe forced to flash as well. Igos falling low, but it's not enough. As Drakor finishing the killing blow. A massive fight won there by Eversio. 2 grabs secured on top, 4 for nothing. Well played there, and feats of strength are secured.
I mean, that was quite kind of interesting by Red Team, because if they're going to fight, Gragas, I think, should have TP'd there. It would have been a 5v4 fight. But well played by Eversio, capitalizing on that mistake.
Yep.
You see Darius got most of the kills, so he's almost Ghost Strikebreaker completed.
Yeah, it's gonna be a nice time for him as well. We did wait a bit on the Darius flash before the fight started, as it did start with him flashing onto Lulu there. Now maybe we can abuse the fact Lulu doesn't have flash. We see the bot lane from DMG is hovering the mid lane at the moment. Maybe trying to find their identity or where to put where. Gragas goes back in top lane to face Aiglos.
I mean, from this play, even though if that grab fight didn't happen, Gragas would have recovered the lane. But now, since Darius got 3 kills, he's more ahead than before. It's looking tougher for Gragas here.
Might not be the worst thing to lane into, as Strikebreaker isn't complete at least. It's a big trade there. If maybe 2 more of those, he's gonna fall down thanks to the ultimate. But upon that item being complete, like, he really doesn't stand too much of a chance there. See next.
I mean, Gragas should be fine against Darius, but what I'm saying is he's trying to E into Darius before Darius using the E, which is really risky. Because you can't like escape after you E into Darius unless you have ult. Oh, Gragas ulted Darius on their tower.
I mean, to be honest, well played by this Gragas here, getting a large chunk of damage onto Aiglos for the most part, almost taking him down as well. But that's really it. That's all this Gragas had to offer. He does still have flash, but Aiglos has his ultimate. Oh, and there's the catch. Aiglos forced to ult. It's not enough to finish him. Will it be enough to dive him following? Meanwhile, the remainder of Eversio, that is not top laner, are fighting here for this potential dragon. Still setting it up though. It's both bot lanes.
Arrow missed. They're forcing hard here.
See it awaken.
Wants a great route by Rice here to stop the Rakan, but think they should be out. Yeah, that was really forced by Red Team there.
Yes, all things considered, everything blown there on the Rakan, holding Awaken back from getting his ult across.
They didn't even blow his flash. It was kind of interesting that they're contesting Dragon now without any ultimates.
There's the Gragas.
We're seeing the Gragas appearing now.
Oh, and there's Living. His smites have been really on point, and there it is. He does secure that Dragon. Eversio are continuing the fight there. Rise first to fall to Iconic. There's Drakur with the dash over the wall to secure that Vi. Iconic landing a massive root on 3 people of DMG, but he does fall soon after Awakening landing the root. Ari and Awaken are here to clean up. There goes the Ash. And soon to follow is this Gragas. An ace by Eversio, 2 for 5 in this exchange with Dragon on top. A nice win for Eversio. All in the meanwhile, Aiglos was happily pushing in the top lane.
Yeah, I mean, also well played by the carries of Eversio, Drakur and Iconic. They did a lot of damage there, played for their limits, and Drakur honestly cleaned the fight well there.
That's the strength of Ari, you know, this champion just keeps on getting those resets. And especially with some setup, she can chase you down forever.
Now she has Backfire Torch completed. She's quite strong here. Even Nocturne has the Experimental Hexblade completed as well.
Not an item you see every day, is it, Grantless? But it's very strong on this champion.
Yeah, Nocturne and maybe on Varus top lane. You see it. And if you look at Red Team, they have no item completed from any champion. So for now, they have to not contest anything.
Yeah, not the best position to be in if you are this Red Team. Especially for the next upcoming fights. Nothing really to fight over there, though, is it? This Grub's displacement really left a sort of a small hole there in the meanwhile. So we do have a few minutes here before any big, meaningful action, unless a gank is found.
We're seeing here Vi trying to chase a gank. Oh, nice interaction there by DE. Trading places. But as we see, even though Vice looking for a gank, Ari and the Nocturne are going to counter this gank. But I think they got spotted.
Yeah, at this point DMG are just trying, you know, there's not really much to do.
Or some mid.
Oh, Rice has to flash. It's a shame there the
Flash
charm
burn.
was not secured after the flash, but nonetheless Rice no flash, the
Oh.
Nocturne will be back soon. Iconic now
Zaya has
receiving the
Aldo.
full brunt of this force, forced
Nice
to ultimate,
ultimate.
dodges the Viking
Well,
and then gets a root right after.
well played by Awaken there. He knew that he had to charm the Vi and the Lulu and Dash, and then just escape with the E to Zaya. So well played by Awaken there.
Yep, this bot lane duo has been really consistent. Potentially two of the most consistent people we've ever seen in the Maltese league. Both Awaken and Iconic tend to have very low deaths and just very sort of same expected level of gameplay every game you see them playing, which is just great.
Yeah, well played by both of them. Now we're seeing first items coming from the PM or DMG, and I mean Rice has Roa, so the item is still not that good for now until he maxes it. Cause Rice, if you know, every level he gets on the ultimate increases the overload damage of his E.
Yes,
So levels are really
indeed.
important on Rice.
The ultimate does make a lot more damage for his other abilities as well. Oh, Aiklos just getting champ diffed, if there's any better term for this word. But the healing does help a lot from that Darius Q. Living is here though, this dive should be 100%.
Yeah, Gragas should be dead here.
Oh, Living ults the Gragas here. Gragas just might be slippery enough. Living flashes to get the plant. Is it enough though? The Gragas gets the body slam and the phase rush is enough to secure it. Living
Quite
not too happy
but
about
on
that.
a fight here in the red camp of blue side. I think Ari and Rakan should be safe, while Darius take the tier 2 top tower.
Just look at the sustain here on Drakor. He doesn't have any items apart from his passive and some of the Rakan's healing. But just no damage coming across from this Vi. He does have a lot of levels on top. Oh my god, that's flash and heal from Lulu. There comes
It's
the
a
Ash
really
out.
interesting fight. Oh, nice cleanse by the Rakan.
Rakur is very low, but that's the return here from Eversio. Flash from Iconic securing the second kill on the rise, and now Ash soon to follow there. Iconic with the triple kill. That's Eversio turning it around there from a small fight between Dracula and Awaken. They managed to stall it long enough for their comrades to arrive. This looks very much in the bag, guys. If you're an Eversio fan, it's a good time to be an Eversio fan. We're doing really well during this series. And look at that. Nice kills across the board. Safe objective control. Smites taken. A very well played here to Eversio.
I think this is Draco's best game yet for Eversio, this split. He's really playing well on this Ari. It's looking good for Eversio, adding another champion to their pool.
Yep, they need to consider that, as you did well to remind me later on in this series. It will be a fearless draft, so that means we will need to bring out champions that have not been played or banned in the previous matches. So definitely good to expand your champ pool for that type of scenario.
I mean, support Eversio should continue to invade the jungle now. They're quite strong. Contest the next dragon as well. Should be free. And on the side of DMG, they just need Rise to side lane, get XP, farm, and scale.
Yeah, I'm
So
not too
probably
sure how DMG can kind of get this across. A big problem I see on their comp is they don't have a real front line. Now Lulu can kind of make someone into a kind of a front line a bit, but yeah, if whatever she can do, it's not enough to beat Darius and Nocturne basically. So I find it a bit hard to play into Eversio at the moment from the position they're playing.
exactly. That's why I did not like the Lulu pick here. I preferred the Bromsy or the Renata. Would have been, I think, much better in this case.
Yeah, the Vi for me is also like a bit of a troubling pick. They needed to pressure a bit mid lane earlier on. Drakor was not under any pressure, nor was top lane. And now we've kind of fallen behind without using the strength of her kit.
I mean, in reality, top lane wasn't going to lead to a kill there because Darius will have prior on the lane. Gragas just there to neutralize the lane. So unless Vi had an item, I think Darius was unkillable. They had to get either mid or bot ahead in this game.
A hard task to do, perhaps. Yeah. Overall, though, the tools were there. I think another successful draft here by Eversio so far. We've seen them really up their drafting game from what we've seen in the previous events.
As we see, top lane has a massive CS lead. I think that's 40 CS lead, almost 50. In fact, he has almost probably an item ahead of the Gragas in terms of gold.
Oh yeah, for sure. Draco. Oh, sorry. Iglos has been really big this match, especially with those two big items there. All that tenacity, the shielding, is gonna be very hard to stop at the moment. Yeah, and you know DMG kind of want to go and get that pick, but they really can't at this point. The CC from Rakan, the Darius on top, you know, Nocturne making everything blind. It's just really going to be a hard way to play this match for them at least. The Atakan
Interesting choice here.
Yep.
By Ari going Lich Bane. When Ari does this, she usually just going to play more for side lane rather than team fights. Because obviously the Lich Bane, you can take down towers faster rather than the normal build.
Yep.
So I think Draco here is going to side lane more.
Yep. Perhaps identifying that Ryze and Gragas could do better into the Darius as you mentioned before, and the fact he has teleport, and of course he is a Yon Yasuo player as well. So maybe all these things combined to create the split pushing Ari top lane. Who knows?
You see, I mean, Ryze has 3 minutes left for full stack of Roa. Or 2 minutes, because now it took the 8. Ashe is out of position here, and Vi decided to enter as well. She managed to escape, but at least flash bone by Vi as well.
The quick snap of aggression there by Eversio. Finding the Ashe, instantly engaging on her, getting the kill, 5 force flash, and there goes the mid tower. Following suit will be this Atakan and Dragon coming up next.
Yeah, the Atakan should be easy secured by Eversio here. Probably the Dragon as well.
Can you remind us quickly again what the new Atakan does?
Oh, free kill there before. The new Atakan basically just gives out all the roses that are on the map instead of taking one by one. And for each kill that they get, they do a 15% current health damage, AoE, and slows every champion that is in the circle.
Oh my god. Meanwhile, Drakur
We see
making the
Drakur
play
here.
of his life in the top lane there. With the flash charm there on Lulu. As his team secures Drake, DMG trying to get a dive off, but they simply can't manage it. Drakur!
Yeah, Drakur's playing
What
really well
was
today.
that? Give him his faker moment. What is AoE? AoE means area of effect. Basically a damage in a small circle around the target, right? For example,
Yes.
Misfortune E is considered an AoE. It deals damage in an area of effect, right? A circular area. Oh, there we go. And engage there by living.
We're seeing Nocturne always salting on off cooldown. Which is the correct play right now since they're quite ahead, and Trakam following with the Nocturne, so it's easy setup for him.
That is
But
3 ults used
honest-
on side of Eversio. For the
Honestly,
Viking.
it would have been really good here if Baron was up, but unfortunately, right now they can't take anything apart from just waves.
Yep. I
But
do
a free
believe
kill is
though.
a free kill.
Yeah, and their ults will be back up by then for sure. The
Yeah,
the
exactly.
Nocturne ult is already more than halfway locked in there. It's crazy short cooldown with the item and the ultimate hunter.
Ari is almost completing the death cap. I think she would have it before the Baron spawns. So she will be an item ahead of Rise as well.
Man, it's just really good seeing them in this top performance. Really confident. The teamwork is there. Everyone's kind of knowing what to do on their champions. Drakur pulling out the debut Arian. What a debut that is.
Yeah, well played by Draco honestly this game. He really performed really good. Honestly, almost carried on his own this game.
There you go, Drakur. This was your game. You had some rough games this division, but this Gar game is all you. Oh, there you go. Iglos finding. Oh well, it's gonna be a small trade as Gragas. Oh, finds a big trade there into the tower. Look at
Serax
that.
popped.
If Iglos were to die here, the KDA, the chart would
And
just
I
say
think
that.
Darius will kill now, because when Gragas does not hit the E, his cooldown is not reduced by half the cooldown. Because if Gragas misses the E, if Gragas hits the E, he gets refunded like 50% of the cooldown.
Yep, a big difference for sure. Yeah, it just seems like Iglos was just dying to everything but what Gragas was doing. This champion has a weird trading pattern, especially next to a tower.
So when we say Gragas misses E, basically he's going to die.
Yep.
See, they're taking camps, setting up for the Baron, clearing vision. Now let's see if Living gets outsmited.
So far, Living has been 100% on these fights. I've yet to
Well
see
played
him
by
miss
Aglos
one.
here, denying the Vi to enter the Baron camp. Oh my god!
Oh no! What was
1
that?
HP!
That
Oh
was
no, that's
so
unlucky.
unlucky. Oh no. That was their way to finish this game out in the next few minutes, but
Oh, it
this
survived
dynasty
1 HP.
is actually a
That's
pretty
quite
big
unlucky,
deal.
honestly.
The Hail Mary flash.
I mean, this won't change anything, as we see Iglos instantly engages on the bot lane. So well played by Iglos there.
There
And
goes
now
Yash.
Dragon will soon spawn and Hexexo is quite broken. Oh no. Oh, great shine by Drakur there, denying the ult of Rise.
Oh, there we go. A quick little takedown there. Double kill for Iconic as well. Continuing down their lead. Oh,
It could
this.
have went bad quite quickly if Iconic and Iglos went down there. But now we have Drake secured and should be a free win now. Because Hextech Soul is quite NOP Dragon Soul.
Yep, very strong Drake. Also, we're around that 11k difference. Usually 10k is like, it's pretty done. But this Baron like still really holds things back. Like Baron, you can hold the waves with it. Gives you a lot of gold, a lot of XP. The XP is a big deal as well. As you can see, Gragas is actually ahead in XP compared to Iglos, despite the significant CS difference and kill difference and everything.
Yeah, that's the Roa fully stacked, gives a free level.
Alright.
And and the higher level you are, the more XP it gives. Because it's based on the level.
Yeah, this
So that's why we're
not
seeing
doing
that
the best.
Rise is even with Drakur and Gragas is ahead of Darius as well. You see 3 items almost on every Eversio champion. Where DMG are trying to pick components to finish the items. But honestly, a power spike is soon going to occur inside of DFM or DMG. Can't get the name right.
Damage, DMG.
Rise
Oh.
soon going to finish his death cap.
Oh no, living. Nice save there by Awaken. The shield coming in clutch there. Well, we do have the
Yeah,
Guardian
Peter.
Angel, but you know, better not pop it yet.
But I think the Crucible was wasted there on the Darius. I think he was not in the threat of dying there. As we see, Rise is continuing to side lane to try and finish his death cap. But without Rise, they don't have a lot of wave clear.
Yep. Well, imagine they had Baron here. What an unfortunate event, but still they're managing to crack it in. Seems like Rice forgoes his team. They will lose the first inhibitor turret. And the inhibitor is soon to fall there with Iconic pelleting it away. Mid lane inhibitor turret now getting knocked down. With the inhibitor soon to follow. So that's 2 inhibitors for Eversio. Potentially looking for a fight or to shove in that top lane to get the last inhibitor. It seems like it is the best play here. So they will start backing off, getting the push into that top lane.
Even though this looked bad for DMG, it's only the correct play here, because they stalled for Rise to get the death cap, they got a tower, and now they did inhibs. And when inhibs are down, the waves are constantly pushing into you, and obviously you get free money basically. So maybe they're trying to have a last hurrah here. Maybe flip an Elder fight.
Yeah, I mean, flipping another fight is, I would consider it like flipping a really bent coin with like 98% on the side of Eversio and 2% on their side. But yep, if they do attempt that, that would definitely be the case. A Hail Mary.
Maybe leaving Smites the Elder at 1 HP again?
Oh,
We'll never.
Awaken getting blown up there,
Ooh.
instantly taken down. Now, the question is, do Eversio have enough money to still play this 45? I think it should be okay.
It should be playable. I mean, should be strong, but Asharo hit Desire. I think he should be fine with the Ghost. Oh no.
Well, it's a
Big
critical
pick by
storm.
damage there.
Yes, indeed. That's
I
the
think this
Eversio
opens up
perspective.
Baron for them.
This could be a bit problematic for Eversio to handle.
But
Nocturne
they should still be
outstanding
fine.
placed.
They still have Hextech Soul and the Atakan. And Ari and Darius are quite strong as well. So they can win the 3v5 right now.
Yeah, but
Let's see.
it's a bit risky after seeing that. Maybe they don't want to go further deep.
Let's see. Will Living steal the Baron now? Ooh, does not. But Darius has the reset.
There we go. That's 1 kill for Eversio. Darius gets the 2nd kill, but sadly no reset. But there we go. The damage just simply too much for them to bear. As Dracor and Aigos make short time of the MG, and that should still be game despite no Baron. As Eversio start
should end here.
to push in there in the top side.
Well played by Eversio. Almost a clean game.
Yep. That's
Because obviously
that's the
Living
best way
misses
to phrase
might.
it. Yep.
Unfortunately.
Mhm.
But honestly, an overall clean game by Eversio.
It's the best way to word it, I would say as well. Almost a clean game, but overall extremely well played. Peak performance there. Potentially the 33 minutes there did make them a bit tired towards the end, but look at Dracor there sitting on 11 kills and 12 assists for this match. Incredible gameplay by him. Well done indeed.
Every
Guys.
player, I think, from Eversio played well here.
Indeed.
They didn't do a lot of mistakes. Play quite clean. So well played to every player of Eversio here.
Except for Awaken, of course, he should learn to dodge the Rise W, an ability known for its dodging. Alright, guys, that is 4-1 for Eversio. Okay, looking a bit unstoppable. It's a shame we have that one sort of looking at us from the side. Maybe we can get a rematch under the table. Yeah, let's keep it going, guys. Well played indeed. Thank you,
That
Grantes.
puts Eversio 4-1 now, right?
Yes. Correct me
So
if I'm wrong. They are in the first position, or maybe Iglos
I
is
think
in the
so.
chat. I'm sure he would know these things. Sorry for not knowing myself. It's been fun. It's been fun commentating this match. You know, maybe in the draft, I was thinking a bit more out of this match, but in the end, just the execution was simply just really clean from the side of Eversio. To all our viewers, I hope you enjoyed watching this game and our commentary. Grantless, I don't know if you have any last words to send off.
Not really this time. Just well played by Eversio. And let's get this W.
Yes, let's get the W. Alright, guys. Alright, we see a raid has started there by Mick. Alright, so enjoy joining that. So from me, good night. Thank you for joining and see you next Thursday. Oh, bye.
See you.